When working in Word, there are a couple different ways that you can go about inserting an image into your document. If you're writing a report, visual images can make a big impact. Hey, if you go to the Insert tab here along the top navigation bar, it'll take you to two different ways to insert images. This top pictures is only for if you have saved the image to your document folder. And I'll show you how to do that here in just a moment. For the most part, the online pictures is the way that you're going to go about inserting that image. If you click the online pictures, it'll take you to a Bing search bar. The one thing that I really like about this is that it'll search it for these images in the Creative Commons. And what that means is that you can use any of these images without infringing upon copyright laws. Now, I know that copyright laws are probably not the biggest and most important thing on your list of things to watch for, but it goes along with plagiarism. So you really don't want to use an image that has been copyrighted by somebody without giving them credit. Okay? Just like when you're citing in a paper. You notice here, you can see down here that it says it's got an unknown author, and here it's got its licensure. That just is how it goes about giving it credit. So it's not that you can't use images that have been taken by somebody else. You just have to give them credit. Okay, so here's how I can insert that image. Now, if you notice, I can't move this, or I can move this image, or I can't move this image. When I need to move the image, I can click on that little button on the side. And if I change it right here to the behind text, that allows me now to move that freely across the page. It's a really convenient feature. All right, now you can also add images by doing a Google search. Okay, so now if I really wanted to do, we'll say a bee reading a book. Let's get something a little more specific that might be better for, a reading class. So, these are just cute little bees. I like this guy here, although he looks like he's going to bump into something because he's walking while trying to read, or reading while trying to walk. Now I can go from here and I can insert this picture from two different ways. Now I can right click using my mouse and I can copy image and then go back to my Word document, and from here paste the image. Now if you're going this route, you can see the paste picture. Notice this has these little watermarks, that's what they're called, that allows this image to be copyrighted. Okay? That way people know who took the actual image. I can also go about inserting this image by right-clicking on it and saving the image. I can save that image to my documents and insert it that way as well. Okay. For the most part, you don't need to save the images unless it's something that you know you'd really, really use a lot of. Like I've saved our school logo as a saved image, but in general, cutting and or copying and pasting is really a sufficient way to go about saving and or go about putting your pictures in your document. To go along with pictures, you may want to use some word art because that is another way of making your document have some flair, we'll say. So also in that insert section, if I come over here, this little sideways A, it doesn't really stand out, so it's kind of hard to see. But if you click on the sideways A, that's where you have your word out. And you can get all these different shadows of text. Bees. And it'll look neat on your document. Okay, again, just a nice way for you to accent your posters or your presentations with something a little more interesting. Okay, the last thing that I want to show you here in this tutorial is just going along with your layout. Sometimes when you're creating posters, you may want to change the direction of your text or your paper. That's right here under orientation, so you can switch to landscape. and that turns the paper sideways and allows you to have just a different look to that text. All right, gives you some things to start with when you're designing an interesting poster. Can't wait to see what you design.